Welcome back to the League of Hustlers, and today we're going to be discussing how do you do a SWOT analysis for your business. Let's jump right into it. This is the League of Hustlers. Welcome back. I'm your co-host HT.
I'm CD Barnes.
And you know what it is. Every episode, we try to give you actionable steps to move you closer to your financial freedom goals. And today, we're going to be talking about the SWOT analysis. All right. Leave a comment if you've ever heard of the SWOT analysis, and leave it and tell us leave a comment about how it was able to help you. Me personally, I use this a lot. I first found out about it around, I want to say it was like sophomore year or, junior year of college, somewhere around there. And it's a business technique, right? You use it during different situations, okay? To pretty much help you analyze whether a project or a business idea or a business period is worth pursuing, right? And so I don't know who came up with the SWOT analysis. I forgot, but it's a really powerful tool. It's short, it's quick. And what we did is we created an actual template for you as well in order to download and use on your own. And that's going to be available in our shop. So you can go to shop.leagueofhustlers.com to download your very own League of Hustlers SWOT analysis template. So moving right along, what is a SWOT analysis for? Okay. Understand. So as it says right here, SWOT analysis helps you quickly strategize for a project or business objective or decision. It helps you identify what you do well, review what you're lacking, and explore the possibilities and lower your risk. Okay, so this is very powerful, it's very quick, and it's designed to help you make decisions fast. All right, CD, you want to talk about that first one?
Absolutely, man. Strength. All right. It's this is a good place to start. A good place to start because you get a little confidence here, and then it gives you the opportunity to kind of pinpoint what advantage you have in your business, in your project, in your market, in your niche, whatever it may be. Gives you, a kind of an idea of what you can use to your advantage. Very important component of SWOT analysis, guys. All right. You must understand your strengths. For example, you're a small business. Right off the bat, you may go into it thinking like, man, how can I compete with, Walmart, Target, whoever, sometimes you may enter into a project feeling like the little guy. But if you can point out or pinpoint your strengths, it may give you the edge that you need so you can actually play on those. Sometimes if you're starting out small, that could be, a huge advantage for you. You could be much faster than your competitors. You can make decisions quicker. You can be more flexible. You can make decisions faster. You have the ability to bring on new innovative components to the market faster versus having to go through the bureaucracy and the red tape that a lot of large businesses have. So understanding where your strengths lie is very important. Understanding your strengths is going to give you the fuel and the gas to kind of push you into a better position. Great place to start, man.
Yeah, man. And so some of the questions that you want to ask, I don't know if you guys can read this, and I'm trying to zoom in here a little bit to make it a little clearer. So some of the questions that you want to ask when you are working on the S out of SWOT analysis, S.W.O.T. All right. So some of the questions you want to ask is, what have others identified as your strengths? So what things have people told you that you're good at, or like, wow, you really did a good job doing XYZ, right? So what are those things that you hear often, and from trusted people. All right. Next question. What are some things that you can do well? So what are the things that you know that you can do well, right? That you like to do and that you know for yourself that you do well. Next is, what are your talent, skills, and exceptional abilities? Okay, so each of these questions is kind of just digging into that. You want to know what your strengths are. So whenever you're pursuing a specific project or a business idea or at a whole business as a whole, ask yourself, what are your strengths? Like CD was saying, yeah, you may not be as big as Walmart, right? But that doesn't mean that you don't have strengths, right? And that your customers aren't going to really like something that you do. I know a lot of my friends actually like, the smaller, customizable, more tailored experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think we all do, right? And you just can't get that from bigger, institutions or organizations like a Walmart, right? But if you go to a small mom and pop, retail shop, they may be able to do a little extra and give you that hometown feel or what have you. And it varies business to business. All right. Next, we have weaknesses.
All right. Let's hit the questions first. Since we did that on strengths, let's hit the questions on the weaknesses.
Yeah.
What things could you improve on? What things do others see as your weakness? What resources are you lacking? Weaknesses, man, appropriately it comes right after strengths. All right, because now we're going to dig in a little bit. This right here is going to require a little bit of honesty. You got to be the more brutal you are about this, the better. All right. Being honest and brutal with yourself when it comes to identifying weaknesses gives you the opportunity to kind of find areas, either A, where you can improve, or B, areas that you're not even going to address to some degree. For example, if you may not ever want to be as big as a Walmart, it gives you it's a contrast to the strengths. All right. You may not ever want to be as big as Walmart, because then you have to serve everyone, and it takes away from your strength of being small to where you can kind of niche down and tailor to, give each individual that customized, tailored experience. So in contrast to the strengths, this is a very important part to understand, and everything that you may kind of see as a weakness doesn't necessarily mean that you need to improve on, but you may need to understand that it's, why it's a weakness, whether you're going to, go down that lane or not, or you may need to improve on it. It depends on what it is, but definitely requires brutal honesty. Great tool for just, quickly taking a look at your assessment of your business, of your project, and coming up with ideas of where you stand. And this is kind of reminds me of actually like the business model canvas, which we talked about in another episode. This is something that isn't a one-time thing that you do once and you're done with it. You can kind of look at this regularly, quarterly, annually, whatever the case is, and really look at what you're doing, identify strengths, weaknesses, areas that you need to improve, areas that you did improve, as things change within your business.
Precisely. And just as a reminder, this is available on our shop. So you can visit shop.leagueofhustlers. Here, we'll throw it up on the screen, shop.leagueofhustlers.com, and you can download this for free. All right, for free, and use it. Download as many as you want, print them off, do whatever you want to do with them. All right. Also, on the shop, you will find our gear. All right. Different items. Okay. We have a new brand. We have some cool new shirts, and some new designs, some crossbody bags, dope hats. All right. So feel free to check it out. All right. So moving right along. Next is opportunities. Okay. First, you examine your strengths, then you examine your weaknesses. All right. Then you move into your opportunities. All right. What opportunities does this new project or business idea or business present? Okay, so what opportunities are presented with this new idea or project? Okay, and a few questions that you want to ask yourself to help guide you along the way is what situations and circumstances are open to you? All right. How or where can your strengths benefit you if you think outside of the box? What trending things have come available recently? Okay. Now, keep in mind that a SWOT analysis is made to be flexible. Okay. It's designed. I mean, like I said, I first heard about it years ago, decades ago, even probably. Maybe not decades, but at least 10 years ago. All right. And things change, but the SWOT analysis is still relevant. And who knows how long it was out before I even heard about it. Right. So just understand these questions may seem vague, but once you have a specific idea that you're working on, then these questions will just be that much more relevant. I've used it time and time and time and time again. And it's all to help you make an informed decision. Okay, so with the opportunities, again, ask yourself what situations and circumstances are open to you? How or where can your strengths benefit you if you think outside of the box? And then what trending things have come available recently? For instance, something that a lot of people overlook is like TikTok. TikTok is popping right now. Okay, and they have a stupid, crazy algorithm because it'll feed you stuff that I don't know if they're listening to you, watching your camera or what, but they will feed you stuff that is so relevant. Okay, but with that comes an opportunity. An opportunity for what, HT? An opportunity for you to get in where you fit in. All right. TikTok, I mean, it's grown and it's big right now, but it allowed people who may not have caught the Facebook wave, may not have caught the Instagram wave. It allows them to catch that TikTok wave. Okay. And it's still growing. Okay. So there's an opportunity for you, right? You can find a niche within TikTok and exploit that opportunity and really go in, really establish yourself as an authority in whatever niche that is. That's an example of the third question, right? So what trending things have come available? So TikTok has come available recently. That's a trending thing. A lot of people are using it. Boom, that's an opportunity for you. So when you're doing the SWOT analysis, it's like I said, designed to help you make those decisions fast. All right.
Hey, that was a great example, man, of opportunity right there. Showing the new trend with the technology. That's perfect. And all of these things, they go together like, they correlate so well together. Your strengths, the weaknesses, you may find some opportunities in there along with new trends and things like that. And then also you have threats. You have your threats. But within threats, you know what I mean, when you visited your weakness or your strength or opportunities, were any threats existing in any of those areas? Are the threats existing because of your weaknesses or because of your you missing out on some of the current opportunities? Maybe your competition is on TikTok and you aren't. Does that pose a threat to you? Is that a part of your weakness that you're not involved in the social media space as much as you need to be, or you're not riding the wave in regards to trending things with, technology or whatever. So,
right.
But in regards to threats, is your competition able to duplicate your products or services? All right. Number one thing you can ask, what should you be on the lookout for? All right. And what are the greatest threats due to your weaknesses? So once again, man, this stuff is very relevant and it kind of correlates, from one thing to the next. To be able to identify your threats, you need to be looking at A, your weaknesses, B, your competition and your share and your market space, and kind of go from there. All right.
Right.
And even analyzing some of the opportunities. As you analyze those opportunities, look at those and, just understand that if you choose to skip out on a particular opportunity or trend, does that pose a threat to you? Will you become non-existent? Because a lot of you have to understand, a lot of businesses they refuse to kind of innovate or go along with the trend.
Right.
All right. And later on, you know, that kind of poses a threat to them, you know,
Yep.
easily for, you know, Blockbuster Video. At some point in time, everybody was jumping on streaming. That was a relevant opportunity for them at that time.
So relevant. Yo, not, you know, didn't I heard that Netflix tried to sell themselves to Blockbuster for like 13 million.
You see what I'm saying? You see how this
That's
stuff, it all
crazy.
correlates. It all correlates. Like on
And they
their
turned it down.
obviously on their weakness
Obviously.
chart, had they been doing SWOT analysis on their weaknesses, they should have had on there, we are weak in adapting new technology. We don't want to change, right? We don't like adapting new technology. We don't like change. We have a hard time shifting. All right.
But yeah, that's
Opportunities.
like you said. That's like you said earlier, though, right? Like you need to do this often,
right? As much as possible. I mean, it's a very relevant tool. The more you do this stuff, it puts you in a better position. It doesn't take long to do. You can run through a SWOT analysis in 15 minutes. You can run through a SWOT analysis real fast while you're having dinner. You know, it's so short. You don't even have to write all this stuff down. You can kind of just go through it real fast. Like, all right, what are my strengths? What are my weaknesses here? Are there any opportunities I need to get into or that I'm missing out on? And does any of this pose a threat to me? Because basically, Blockbuster, you know, that weakness and them not jumping into, you know, that opportunity ultimately posed as a major threat for them. And boom, they're out of the game just like that. So very relevant tool, man. Something that, you know, just having your back pocket, you know, go download the sheet. Very easy to use. You know, run it through your mind, you know, when you're having lunch and you're thinking about your business or your projects. Do that SWOT analysis, man. Find out what your strengths are. Identify those weaknesses. Make some improvements. All right. It's great stuff, guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Another example is just to put it in context, like Walmart and Amazon. You know what I mean?
Right.
But this is the difference, right? With Walmart, you know, you gotta tip your hat to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? You gotta give it up to Walmart because they're like, nah, like we're not Blockbuster. Amazon isn't about to lap us.
They swinging back. They swinging back.
They got exactly. Somebody is doing something as simple as this at Walmart. Okay, they're looking at Amazon like, nah, buddy, we see what you're trying to do.
Right.
We got to swing back. And so they ended up buying jet.com. If you don't know, jet.com, it was basically just like Amazon, you know, in its current state. You know, it didn't start, you know, Amazon started with books and stuff like that on reselling books, but jet.com started as if it were like the new version of Amazon. Right. And so Walmart came through and bought jet.com, right? To take advantage of their technology, being able to match up different sellers, to offer products on their site, et cetera, right? So somebody at Walmart is doing a SWOT analysis and taking action on it, you know. But imagine where Blockbuster would be if they had bought, you know, Netflix for 13 million. Like Netflix is huge now, bro, right?
Right. And they already had the market, you know. Everybody loved the Blockbuster. Everybody had a Blockbuster card. How much more would you have loved Blockbuster if they just made their service offerings easier for you to access? They already had the market.
Right. And bro, that was a highlight. Like to go to freaking Blockbuster, you know what I mean, on a weekend.
Man, they had the video games and everything now.
Everything. But you know, that's the game. That's the game. You gotta be on top of it. And so these tools that we are offering you guys are all designed. And I really I know CJ does too. We really hope that this stuff is beneficial to you. And we really hope that you guys are taking advantage of this stuff. These lessons that we're choosing to put time in and invest in making these episodes and make these items and offer them for free and explain them. And we could be doing a bunch of other things right now, right? But these things that we're pulling out are things that helped us along our journey to financial freedom. Okay. And we just want to offer them to you guys, right? Because we know that they'll be beneficial. Okay. So if you heard something, saw something in this video that helped you out, go ahead and hit the like button. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Like I said, this is available at shop.leagueofhustlers.com. It's running across the bottom of the screen. This has been another awesome episode. And we're out. Don't forget.
Prosper.
There you go. Catch y'all next time. All right.